Hey everyone, I'm Blaze. Welcome to something different from me. I don't usually do voiceovers for my speed paints, but I figured I'd try and give my hand at it. So, voice reveal? Recently I've stumbled back into Warrior Cats, and I've already had the Clan Gen game on my PC for about a month or so before YouTube recommended me a video by Nyoko Arts, where they drew their Clan Gen cats, and gave them little lore. So I just thought, being totally inspired, I decided I would make my own video doing this. Before we start, I'm going to explain the rules that I set up for this game. There are two settings that can be turned on or off, one being same-sex can have babies. I've decided to turn this on since there really isn't a reason for me not to have it on. Lore-wise, we could say the kids were adopted, parents found a surrogate, or maybe one of the cats is trans. Who knows? The second rule is that non-mated cats can have babies. I have this turned off, but I think I'm going to turn it on later on. Who really knows? Now, the rules I personally will play by are I'm going to send out a patrol every moon, and apprentices must be sent with their mentors. I'm going to try and send out all of the cats I can unless there's special reasons why not to send them out. I also may change mentors from the ones the game assigns, but as of right now I haven't, so. Another rule is that med cats are allowed to bear kits. Personally, I think that rule kinda sucks, and I'll try and let the cats' interactions in the game decide whether or not I pair them up as mates, but sometimes I make decisions based on how well or unwell our clan is doing. Let's get into it. Originally I was going to make up a name for the clan, but I hit randomize, and the first suggestion I got was Lost Clan, and it just seemed right. It seemed to fit. With the name Lost Clan, I had a few ideas for lore, but I ended up coming up with more detailed lore later on. When you start the game, you pick from 12 auto-generated cats. The first cat you choose is the leader, and then you choose the deputy, then the medicine cat, and then you're able to pick 4 to 7 more cats before starting the game. I ended up picking all 7, but I was originally going to pick 6, but Lizard Sun dug her claws deep into my heart and I couldn't leave her behind. Year 1. Let's start talking about Year 1. The first cat that we see is in Star Clan. They are a cat that everyone receives, not the specific cat, but everyone receives a Star Clan guide, and our Star Clan guide is a shameless 139-moon-old tomcat named Dark Whisper. Before I talk more about the clan cats, I'm going to explain some of the lore of Lost Clan. Mudstar, who began as Mud Clover, lived in a clan who lived in a large valley near a large body of water. One night, during heavy rainstorms, disaster strikes. The valley begins to flood, and unfortunately many of the cats did not make it to high ground in time. This included Mud Clover's father, Dark Whisper. When the leader reveals that he had received many warnings from Star Clan and did not do anything or believe them, Mud Clover was livid. She attacks her leader, many of her clan mates cheering her on. Mud Clover receives a message from her father. As she pins her old leader to the ground, she announces to her clan about a forest with plenty of resources unaffected by the flood, and she's supposed to lead the cats there. Angry after being betrayed and lied to by their previous leader, most of the cats rebelled and distrusted Mud Clover, Timberbreeze being the first to step up and follow Mud Clover. No one was surprised by this, because it was well known that Timberbreeze was head over heels in love with her, and would do just about anything for Mud Clover. Lizard Sun, being a well-respected elder in the clan, stepped up and announced that she would also follow her. Lizard Sun was the first to call Mud Clover Mudstar, and 8 cats decided to follow Mudstar. On their journey, leaving the chaos behind, they come across the drowned body of one of the queens and her kits. Saddened, but still determined, the cats make their way past the bodies. Lizard Sun stops as she hears something. It sounds like crying from the branches above. Lizard Sun climbs the tree to find the lone survivor. Sun brings the kit to Mud Clover, who allows Lizard Sun to take the kit with her to the forest. That's all the lore I've come up for now. Maybe I'll add on to it as we expand the clan. But yeah, So let's get into the specifics of the cats. Start with the iconic Lizard Son. This is the first elder of the clan. When the clan was created, she was 158 moons. She ended up passing on moon 12, the last moon of this year. I was heartbroken, to say the least. She passed away at 170 moons. She was a bit strange, but a fantastic teacher. Even though she was old, she still raised and cared for the only kit in the clan, Marigold Kit. Lizard Son was a soft-hearted and goofy personality. She made an impact on her clan despite her old age. Mudstar is a 92-moon-old vengeful leader. Her vengefulness isn't like a murderous one. She's just very protective of her clan and seeks justice for those who are harmed. Darkpaw is Mudstar's apprentice, and she sees him as her own child. Mudstar isn't afraid to chase off dogs and foxes to protect her clan, but she's smart enough to make the right decisions and not to go in by herself, or if it will risk anyone's life. Mudstar is semi-picky to those she lets in the clan. Anyone from the previous clan is not allowed to join. She does not trust them. Next up we have Timberbreeze. Timberbreeze is a 109-moon-old, undoubtedly loyal deputy. As I mentioned earlier, Timberbreeze has a massive crush on Mudstar. Timberbreeze pretty much was Mudstar's shadow, but despite her asking multiple times, Mudstar finally agrees to be her mate on Moon 7. Timberbreeze spends a lot of her time messing and playing with her apprentice, Fawnpaw. She often tries to scare her with ghost stories, but ends up scaring herself instead. Despite this silly side of Timberbreeze, she will lay down her life to protect her clan. She got her scar fighting a group of rogues. Moon 11 is when Timberbreeze decides to step down from deputy and retire to the Elder's Den. Copperblossom. He is a 28-moon-old medicine cat. He is very strict, but he still manages to be a great teacher. Copperblossom spends most of his time alone, collecting herbs and talking to StarClan until Marigoldpaw becomes his apprentice. Marigoldpaw, being the hyperactive, ambitious little guy as he was, seemed to loosen Copperblossom's heart. Copperblossom is a grumpy old man who won't admit that he loves kids. He spends most of his time alone. The only cat that really gets close to him is Marigoldpaw. Branch Knight. Branch Knight is a 113-moon-old confident warrior. She has great hunting skills, and her apprentice is Crooked Paw. Branch Knight ruins multiple patrols and New Leaf because of her sneezing, but her allergies won't stop her from being the best mentor and warrior she can be. Branch Knight and Crooked Paw have many disagreements, but Branch Knight always seems able to smooth them over with a nice apology. Branch Knight retires to the Elder's Den Moon 7, but that doesn't stop her from trying to still mentor Crooked Poppy. She constantly reminds the clan that she is still there and she can still help. She's scared of them forgetting about her. Now we have Halffur. Halffur is a 28-moon-old adventurous warrior. She is an excellent speaker and uses her ability to her advantage. Halffur is a hard worker who doesn't stop. She was the mentor of Marigoldnut for the first moon of his apprenticeship before he decided to change. This does not stop Halffur, though. She has goals and she will meet them. She is ecstatic when she is given the title of deputy on Moon 11. Halffur is always trying to prove herself to her clanmates, who always seem to doubt her abilities. Darkheather. Darkheather started out as Darkpaw at 10 moons old. He was an altruistic apprentice who loved spending time with his two friends, Crooked Paw and Fawnpaw. Darkheather earns his warrior name on Moon 2 after helping Halffur and Mudstar chase away a dog. Using what Mudstar teaches him, he becomes a good teacher, often offering to help his younger friends. He can be headstrong, as he often recklessly chases foxes and rogues. Moon 3, Darkheather tried to convince Crooked Paw to run away with him to start a family. This caused Fawnfur and him to have a very loud dispute. They work it out on patrol. Moon 4, Darkheather asks Crooked Poppy to become his mate, and they do. Moon 9, Darkheather is given a vision from StarClan about kits, but Mudstar and him can't make it out. Moon 12, a litter of kits shows up on the territory. No scent of a mother anywhere nearby. Darkheather brings them back to the camp, and he and Crooked Poppy decide to adopt them. Crooked Poppy. Crooked Poppy started as Crooked Paw, an 8-moon-old ambitious apprentice. Crooked Poppy grows up listening to Timberbreeze's love for Mudstar, and he wishes to have some sort of love like that one day. After his friends both receive their warrior names before him, Crooked Poppy does everything he can to impress the clan, even reporting his boyfriend to the leader for trying to leave the clan. Luckily, no one was reprimanded too hard. After fighting off a rogue by himself, he was awarded his warrior name on Moon 4. Crooked Poppy is still eager to prove his skills. He often tries to take over the patrols, but ends up annoying his older warriors. On Moon 12, Dark Heather brings home a litter of kittens, and Crooked Poppy happily adopts them. Now we have Fawnfur. Fawnfur started as Fawnpaw, a 9-moon-old apprentice. Fawnfur starts off smart and sassy, not afraid to tell the other apprentice, even the warriors, off. Though as she grows up, she mellows out and receives her warrior name in Moon 3, becoming responsible and a good speaker. Fawnfur gets very embarrassed when she confesses her feelings to Dark Heather, but he comes out as gay to her. She quickly moves on from her romantic feelings to keep him as a friend. Fawnfur quickly begins to rise above some of the other warriors, often being asked to lead patrols. After seeing Dark Heather and Crooked Poppy's kits, Fawnfur wishes someday to have her own. Marigoldnut started as Marigold Kit. He started in the clan at 5 moons old and very nervous. I'm sure the reason he was so nervous has to do with his tragic past, being the flood, being uprooted and moved to a new area with new cats he doesn't really even know. Moon 1, Marigold Paw starts his apprentice. He started as Halfur's apprentice, but decided being a medicine cat fit him better, and switched Moon 2. Marigold Paw quickly comes out of his shell, becoming a playful and outgoing medicine cat, the opposite of his mentor. I like to think Copper Blossom spends many hours yelling at him and threatening to get rid of him, but Marigoldnut just responds with, "You know you love me." Marigoldnut was one of my favorite cats to design, especially adding the little sticks and leaves to his fur. Thought that was a cute little detail. While on patrol, Dark Heather, Halffur, and Timberbreeze come across a rogue. Timberbreeze and Dark Heather invite her to come with them and join the clan. Welcome Bristlespot. Bristlespot joined the clan as Bristlepaw on Moon 5 at 9 moons old. A shy, insecure apprentice who was assigned to Dark Heather. Dark Heather spends many days encouraging her and trying to bring up her confidence levels. He definitely becomes a substitute dad to her. Bristlespot looking up to him. Bristlespot earns her warrior name on Moon 8. She adapts to clan life rather quickly, becoming one of the smartest cats in the clan, though she doubts herself and always keeps her words and thoughts to herself. Sleek Kit and Grass Kit, the first litter of kits to be born in the clan. Well, lore-wise they weren't actually born in the clan, but you know what I mean. Sleek Kit is a bossy little kit who is not afraid to let her voice be heard. She often leads her brother around camp, telling him what to do and what not to do. Grass Kit, being the polite, patient little boy he is, just follows her around happily. I'm excited to see these two grow up, and I think that they'll probably stay close. I love these two so much, and I think that their names really fit them. What do you guys think? Well, this is the entire clan after 1 year in the game. Who is your favorite? Personality-wise, my favorite is Sleek Kit, but design-wise, I'd have to say I did the best on Mudstar. If I draw the next year of the clan cats, I will definitely be taking more creative liberties. What do you think of this batch? Well, that's the end of this video. Any headcanons or suggestions you guys may have are welcome, and I encourage them. My next video will be me playing the game, so look out for that. I'll see you guys later. Bye!